Never mind, scrap that. I will get Death Touch on my Death Touch creature. I will hit his face, and I'm stealing your stuff, bro. Listen, I'm stealing your stuff. It's mine now. Yes, it's mine now. I'm playing a fairy deck right now. And it's great. Gitrog, go, you monster. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today again we'll commit crimes in Standard. And today crime deck is Golgari, because they have so many insane cards. Vraska Joins Up basically geeks in the form of enchantment, so it's super hard to remove. Gitrog not only hits your opponent with trample and haste with 6/5 for 5 mana, talk about overstated, but it also can use one of your abilities like Saddle. It's basically like crewing for the vehicles, and you can sacrifice a creature that saddled it, and you draw cards equal to the power. So, for example, if you sacrifice a 3-drop, you draw 3 cards on top of dealing 6 damage with Trample and Haste. So it can reload you super fast. We, of course, have the best engine for the crime, Tinybones Joins Up. We also keep Vadmir because it's a great 2-mana drop that uses all the value from the Tinybones, Bats, go for the throats, and still we use Kaervek because this card seems to be really one of the ways that we always somehow win the game. When you start getting go for the throats, that every one of them gets double cast thanks to Kaervek, and don't forget, casting go for the throat is a crime. That means you can get another go for the throat and cast it again, which is another crime, which you get the idea. Like, the value from this card is insane, and they usually keep it because they need to remove Glissa, they need to remove 2-drop, they need to remove Tinybones, they need to remove Bat, and Bat steals the removal on top of it. So it's super hard to just answer everything, and because all of those creatures are legendary, Vraska Joins Up is an amazing card because you keep drawing cards and we still have gigs, so we shouldn't run out of cards for a very long time. We also have Gisa, the Hellraiser, a card that is absolute menace. Haha, absolute menace to play against, because this is a 5-mana 10/10. Yep, you heard it right. If you have Tinybones Joins Up, when you play it, you already target something, you commit a crime, you get 2 zombies that are normally 2/2, but with a buff they are 3/3, and that's a 10/10 for 5 mana. I mean, it also has a ward 2 and pay 2 life, so it's even harder to kill. So the deck is absolute powerhouse, and we'll show you how it works today. So I hope you like it. If you appreciate 2 videos a day, man, it's a lot of effort, but I'm just super happy to see you guys enjoying different type of decks. But if you want to say thank you and support the content, it's very easy. You just hit subscribe button, like the video, and that's it. And you get all of this for free. So pretty good deal if you ask me. Guys, I hope you will enjoy it, have fun, and enjoy the new set. But we definitely want our 1 and 2 drops here. Especially Vadmir, right? That's such a good value. Especially if you can get him fast. So let's draw Vadmir this one time. You know what? I'll take it. At this point, I will take it. Not the perfect 2-drop, but good enough. Do you have the thing? Bye. Never want to see this card again, alright? I have nightmares about this one. Alright, so he can still attack, we won't be trading, but as long as he doesn't get Knight of Chaos, he cannot scale like crazy. And this is kinda what he wants to do, right? Let's go with Glissa. This still, you know, drains them a little bit. Mills cards for Tinybone. Oh, Warden was a nice draw. It's such a shame that it went into the graveyard. Alright, that's it. They definitely want Gleeful Demolition, so we will see what they draw. What they draw will decide the game. If they are good at drawing cards, they might still win. If they are bad, we will absolutely crush them. Okay, Vraska, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. I think we go with Kaervek first. Knight of Chaos, what a great card, I'm sure you wanted it. Alright, I think we will start doing cards. He will go super aggro on us, but we need those cards. Like, we are really short on value right now. And we have so many synergies. Enchantment is for us. No counters, right? Anywhere. Yeah, we draw a card. It's worth 1 life. This is what we needed. Now we just need time to activate it and we should be fine. This is exactly the type of stuff we wanted. Alright, this is the target for Go for the Throat, that's for sure. And here's why. Okay, guys. We need to make it right, because we should win the game from this. Yeah, we absolutely should win the game. Alright, so what do we go for? Land. We cannot mess it up. We need to show Boros that there's a new boss on the block. Alright, so we go for the Throat. Then probably Vadmir, but then we cannot use the Crime from Kaervek because we are short on mana. So, in this case, we go for Vadmir first. You know, we drain. You can see that it really stacks very quickly. Really stacks. Man, maybe I should mill my own cards, but against Boros it's kinda scary to be honest. Oh my god, I can do it at the upkeep. Because then I get another trigger. Man, that's so cool. That is so cool. We cannot attack with the bat, unfortunately. What's up? Do you want to block? They never block. They never block, man. Absolutely never. Do I want 1 damage? I think I do. It should be good enough. Hello. It's so fun, man. Do we do it now? Outside of Convoke, it shouldn't make a difference. And if he Convokes, we are probably absolutely fine. I kinda gave it up, but you know, it's okay. I also need to do it before the combat phase so they don't get the buff. And Boros? Man, this is such a yesterday's deck. Alright guys, our opponent is going first. We don't have the Tinybones, which saddens me, but we'll take it. I guess we can use it to use the turn for the cottage, I guess. And our opponent is playing some Taplands, some Survey. Oh, this will be Discover deck. Alright, so I think we go Vadmir. They have the first big play on the turn 4, right? So we can target him a little bit, maybe, until that. Alright, Scary. Shakedown Heavy, alright, that's a card. That is definitely a card. I really want to target this guy. Glissa is so good. I think we need the bat. We grow our Vadmir, so it's better for the future. And we also prevent the big play. So he wants to go for the Upriser probably. What are you? Shuffles it. Okay, oh, it's scary. It should be the Carnosaur, right? They might miss a land drop. And we'll take the damage. This way we prevent them from killing our stuff. And we build toward next turns. I mean, we can actually double trade. Of course, it's an extremely bad idea, but we could. And I hope he won't top deck a land. Alright. So, have your opponent draw a card. Never. I will die first and then he can draw cards. Alright. He can go for Obnixis, so that's a little bit scary, but maybe we can pump enough our creatures. Alright, he's going for it. He is going for it. Probably some devils, right?
1,000 years. Finally, a new conquest.
Okay, thank you, Obnixis. That's a good information.
Pleasure doing
That's so weird. Really?
or carnage.
Really?
Tribute is
I can get rid of maybe 1 land. I don't think we'll mess it. Oh, okay, maybe we'll miss it. That went quickly. Alright. So I can I need to target something, but I cannot, right? I don't have the Tinybones. I think we go with Glissa, honestly. We could also draw extra cards with Gigs, but it's not a good deal. I think we go like this. It's the best. Alright. This should be good, right? We want 1 of them, so it cannot -2, because that kills the bat. Alright, so far so good. We lifelink a little bit. We get rid of their Obnixis a little bit. Man, he is really talkative. Like, he challenges me on the commentary, basically. Alright, let's see it. Discard a card. We
is
decline
my
respectfully.
entertainment.
You always do it respectfully. Our friend really wants to ultimate, probably.
And you'll lose everything.
This will be some weird combo and we will die in one turn. I know it, man. Like, it will be something like this. With Glissa, if we can hit him in the face, man, that's great. That's great. We can use Glissa. Okay. Okay, guys. I think we have it. We just need to play it right. We know his hand. Gitrog, go, you monster. We are not saddling you, sadly. And then we go face, right? And we remove the rest of the permanents. This is what? 3. So, yeah, that's the best attack. Let's not make any mistakes here. We go here. 1, 2. So it dies, and now we kill this guy. Alright, we are getting there, but there is some crazy combo lurking here. I know it, man. Like, it will kill us on the spot, I'm sure of it. Alright. Thank you. Can I play it? What is going on? Oh, I can discover it, so yeah. Man, it's looking good so far, to be honest. I actually really wanted this card. Like, no joke, it helps us. And we can saddle something. Can I target anything on this turn? I think we just play Geeks. Oh, those are some serious Painlands. Was this correct tap? No, we should Painland. That was a little bit of mistake, it's fine. I didn't saddle, I wanted to saddle, that's my bad. I got too excited, alright? I wanted to sacrifice this and get so many new cards, but it's fine. It's fine, we are doing good. Yep, and you know, until we die. Out of nowhere. And let's go. Down to 7, I'm sure it will go great. I'm sure it will not kill us. Alright. Our opponent has this one draw to go absolutely crazy, and I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. What is the kill switch, my friend? Okay. Oh no, it's starting. I think we are dead. I don't know how, but we are probably dead somehow. Oh, I'm not dead. Alright, our friend is. Man, I'll tell you, Gitrog won this game with this huge swing, and I should saddle last turn, so a slight misplay on my part, but we still won, so I'm happy. Going first, we overdrew 5 drops, that's for sure. But we'll try. I hope it will work. The draw is not good, just to be clear. We don't have 1 drop, and we don't have 2 drop creature. But you know, other than this, we have some potential at least, and if we get ever to Gisa stage, we should absolutely overwhelm our opponent. I hope he goes for the Wicked Roar. That's bad. Really? Nothing? This is not really what I want to kill, you know? I will do it, but I hate it. Just for the record, I don't like it one bit. Alright. Please, Glissa, you need to do a lot of work here. Because I don't have lands, and I don't have 1 and 2 drops, I don't have Tinybones Joins Up, so basically most of my plays aren't here. I also drew all of the 5 drops from the deck, except Gitrog. So no. That's a consolation prize, I guess. What do you want to do with this absolutely roguish goblin ruiner? Alright, that's fine. He will probably attack with Ferdon only. No. Okay. Interesting. I really want to get to this point of the game, but it seems that we won't be able to, unfortunately. That's really bad. If I attack and I miss the land, I lose the game basically. So I guess we need to be patient, but it might backfire. Drawing all of, like, we play 3 5 drops for exactly this reason, to not have game like this. So it's not what we really would expect from the deck, but it happens. Glissa needs to absolutely overpower this board. Alright, this is not the worst. Let's see what they have. Nope. Okay, that's pretty strong. I think we go with this, right? It has to be this. Rest of the things we can buffer. We know what their draw is. It's not like their draw is good, but we kinda disassembled it with Glissa and the bat. Forge. Alright. Extremely good. I think I don't need to say this. It's extremely good. It will put a time clock on our gameplay, basically. Okay, land. That's huge. Okay, we got the land. That's a good start. That means Sheoldred is better, because it puts clock on both sides. And we really need it right now, man. Like, we really need it. We need as much life gain as we can, and we need as much... I should attack with this. I wanted, I forgot, I skipped the phase too quickly. For some reason. So we are 1 life gain short of where we should be. I hope it won't matter, because Sheoldred is such a huge sway. 1 damage shouldn't make huge difference. But definitely something I wanted to do and just clicked one time too much. Alright, Vents. A full swing already. That might... No, okay, antagonize. I see. Definitely here. This is what? +4. That's a lot. So if we block with Sheoldred anything, it's good enough. I cannot use the bat as well. I think this is the block, right? Yeah, definitely. This will +3, so they can trade. If I draw a land, I can play Gisa. If I don't block with this, I still kill the creature with Tinybones and to go for the throat. And this gets exiled, right? So if we lose something, we lose something. That's rough, man. I think we have to play like this. I think we really have to. This is already a lot of damage. This way he cannot get like huge value. Well, it wouldn't get double strike, but still. And saving Squid. Like when we remove this, we don't need to think about it for the rest of the game suddenly. Alright, not the worst. And we're starting to live gain. Now we have this. Alright, guys. Look at you will love this play. You will absolutely love this play. I think. I hope that it will be the case. If I attack right now, they are tapped, right? Tapped. That's a big deal. We definitely attack with this guy. We won't forget this on this turn. And this is a huge... Yeah, I still think we go like this. This gives us so much value. What value? Look at this. Suddenly the token won't be great and we target. And we get those tokens. They won't be able to block on this one turn. So this is why the turn is super important. But I think we can go even for the lethal. And we can block with Gisa and Sheoldred. We just, you know, trade everything. They have 1 card. Swift Spear. Works decently with the vents, so they will get a lot of damage. Full swing, never count. So we probably won the game, because I'm pretty sure we will kill them with counterattack. But until then... See, they always full swing, and when the independent thought goes back into, you know, their magic mind, they realize, oh no, and they scoop, and then they make another game. I mean, when they full swing, I know they didn't count even. So we just counterattack and kill them. Nice. Tinybones joins up with a 2-drop into 3-drop. Man, I can die happily after this. This card is insane. Have I ever said that this card is insane? Because it's insane. Alright, honk for the day, discard the card, and I mean we go from there. A tenacious underdog. Alright. Alright. He definitely likes those graveyard synergies, so I'm pretty sure this will die. It's fine, but we'll do a lot of damage. Let's see if he taps out. That's a big deal. A cut down, the best case scenario for him, but it's okay. It's okay. And Mono Black isn't very good at, you know, at killing white boards. I mean, sure, if you want to use them, that's okay. And let's go for Tinybones and keep stealing his stuff. He won't like it. You may cast target non-land from that player's graveyard. Alright, so... Okay, just making sure how my cards work. Alright. There are actually so many small interactions with like all the crime cards and all this stuff that it makes things so much more fun, man. Should be Glissa, right? But the Vraska Joins Up is so tempting. What are the cards? Man, I can play 1-drop. Never mind, scrap that. I will get Death Touch on my Death Touch creature. I will hit his face, and I'm stealing your stuff, bro. Listen, I'm stealing your stuff. It's mine now. Yes, it's mine now. I'm playing a fairy deck right now. And it's great. And I surveil. Do I want a land? I probably should get it, but I won't. Okay, that's my land. We don't go for Tinybones. Alright, I mean, that was a turn. Man, we didn't draw what we wanted, really. And we still managed to go absolutely around stuff, so I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, Sheoldred, our arc opponent. Joke, it's so easy to kill Sheoldred. Because you know what? If he blocks, he loses it. If he doesn't, you know what happens if he doesn't? Cast target non-land permanent. Permanent. Go for the throat is not a... Alright, it's fine. I knew about it. We are drawing cards and killing ourselves. This is always good. And we're pretty mana efficient. Jokes aside, we're really mana efficient right now. Let's keep milling him. Oh man, that was a card. I'm happy we dodged this one. And we can draw a lot of cards, but sure, that is kinda a problem. I think we need go for the throat. I think we need go for the throats here. Because it is getting a little bit scary. And I cannot see. I wanted to steal his cards, man. I play a land. Alright, I have one idea. But I'm not sure if it's a good idea. We don't have really permanents here. Unless we put more. He won't block the Tinybones. Alright. He will never block it, right? Let's go. We take this guy. Because it has Death Touch counter, right? And let's go like this. And this is the permanent we wanted. Perfect, thank you. We go here, here, while leaving the blockers. One has Death Touch, one has Death Touch in the first strike, so he doesn't want to see any of them hitting anything based. Oh man, he actually traded for Shelly. That is huge. I will draw a card. 3 damage is a lot. I hope I can overwhelm it. Like drawing, I drew a bat thanks to this. Alright. And we scared our opponent quite nicely. Let's go for the bat. Oh boy. Alright, I didn't expect this kind of hand. Alright. You know what? It's not the worst. If we can survive a little bit more, like we can start getting all the synergies. He has only Aklazot, and I can still discard a card, so he's not drawing anything. This is kinda unfortunate. I always forget about this interaction. We probably want to go for... Oh, if we block with this... We block with this. If we go with this, he can use it to surveil, right? Oh, to draw a card, sorry. Not perfect, but what can you do, man? What can you do? And that means it cannot block, so we can be a little bit more aggressive. If we attack with the underdog... If we block with underdog, he can sacrifice Foundry and get his creature in his graveyard and start drawing cards. So he probably wants it. At 15, that's so much, man. I really need go for the throat and, you know, this 3 mana guy. It's still probably worth it, right? We can always use this if he goes for the blitz. Let's go. Yep, he's blocking the underdog. Because he really wants the value. Yep. And we are not getting too much on this turn. Not perfect, but what can you do? This is why hitting removal in the standard is so incredibly important. Like without it, you can, you know, absolutely get run over a bat. Well, that wasn't the best draw for him. Alright, that's it. We can still block with the Tinybones, but we don't really want to. Never mind. That was good for him. So if he goes with this, we can block with the Trim Thief because he cannot go for the other thing. However, the damage from Aklazot is kinda insane. Five, 6 damage. It's nowhere close, man. I won't block on this turn. I'm risking it. Like we need some good draws. We kinda missed the spot on so many draws. Alright, not the best. Absolutely not the best so far. Let's see what we can fish. Maybe I should wait because this is a crime. And potentially I can draw something, so it could be a mistake, to be honest. Let's attack like this. We are getting a lot of cards though. Alright, down to 1. Yep, here's the card. We can get Death Touch on everything. It's not the worst, right? It trades against Aklazot. So I think this is our best plan right now. We can lifelink from the bat as well, so you know. Like we're doing something. We definitely would love to see Sheoldred and start live gaining with all this card though. That would be so good right now. Yep, he's going all in. Alright, it discards this. I forgot. No other choice. And he waits with this draw a card, because that's exactly 3 mana. Good for him, but he can also play Geeks, we'll see. You can see that we are winning on the board a little bit, but he's absolutely crushing it on the value, because we are not drawing what we want right now. Sacrifice, I would guess, to lower the pressure, but we'll go with the Mire, of course. No questions about it. Oh my god. This draw destroyed my soul. Man, I already have so many lands, and I needed something that isn't a land. I absolutely need to hit face. Let's see the cards. I don't know what I will draw. I think we need to live with Liliana for 1 turn. Oh, are you serious? Shuffler claimed victory once again. We are going first. Let's it. Miner, go. Not legendary, so Vraska won't draw a card, but we'll get there. And you know, just a nice damage overall, and we'll still get the Death Touch, so it will be hard to block. Alrighty then. This is good play. It's not very strong right now, but it will be more useful for the rest of the game. I would love to draw, you know, a 3-drop or a 2-drop that scales, or anything except 1 and a 5-drop. But at least we can remove everything he plays for the next 15 turns. So, not really our game plan, but we'll go with it, I guess. We will go with it, I guess. Okay, this is an extremely good draw. This is what we needed. We attack, right? In case they have 1 mana something. Alright, good for us. If we can hit once with this and draw a card from Vraska, we should start stabilizing fully. If we get to Gisa and trigger the crime, that should be absolutely great. I think we are winning this. Like, this is where they go for the throat shines. Unfortunately, we don't have anything in the graveyard because our opponent is not killing stuff. Please, start killing my stuff. Alright, and let's start. See? Man. This is an interesting one. But we won't play it for now. we played 2, so we don't draw too many of them at once. So we drew too many of them at once. I think he might play Hammer Skull, so this is obviously, you know, fight rigging Hammer Skull deck. Here we go, and we kill it at the end step, being extremely efficient and drawing cards while dealing the damage. That's actually, man, maybe I could play, I can use it to trigger the abilities maybe somehow. Never mind, we just play Gisa. Oh, it's a skeleton? That's great. And that's already so much damage. And we draw cards, of course. Man, this card, when it gets going, it's absolutely insane. And if we trigger crime once, we get insane board. Yeah, I need to commit crime somehow. Words I never thought I would say in my life. But we have many ways to go about it. Even Tinybones like instantly triggers everything. And we can go for the throat into go for the throat, because every go for the throat triggers crime, so we can get the ability again. I think our opponent rage quit because he thinks that our deck is too broken to play against. And I mean, fight rigging decks, too slow, bro. And stuff dies. Yeah, so I think you will get the full rope, the first full rope of the new set, so here you go. Golgari seems to be performing again. Alright, you know what? That wasn't a full rope, this was only a partial rope. Alright, I mean, good for us, good for us. Alright guys, do you enjoy 2 videos a day? I hope you do. And to be honest, it's so much fun brewing right now, because every time I make a deck, I have like 5 different ideas about making the deck. So man, we will have a lot of content, like 2 decks a day, and it just goes like a breeze, because there are so many new options. I actually rebuilt this deck multiple times, and that was the version I enjoyed the most. I didn't go with Vadmir initially, and I have to say this card is pretty good. Not only it grows on turn 2 if you have Tinybones Joins Up, but it keeps growing over and over. Very similarly with the Bristly build. I still think Vadmir just fits a little bit better because we are more of a crime deck than anything else, but the doubling of counters sometimes can be useful as well. Vraska Joins Up, this is a new card, it's extremely cheap. Death Touch is no joke, even if we have it on the bat or something, that actually really helps, especially that there are so many Sheoldreds in standard. So this is the first part of the ability, of course, and the drawing cards really gets you going. If you can hit even once with this, you already feel the difference, and if you can draw 2 or 3 cards, you are so ahead that you can start making more and more pressure, which in turns give you more chance to hit with a legendary creature. As you have seen, we are basically playing only legendary creatures, and that was a huge struggle for me in this deck, because Deep-Cavern Bat is amazing. Forsaken Miner is extremely good card. It also synergizes with the crimes so hard. Together with the bat, they all target something or benefit from the crime. However, they aren't legendary, so they don't work with Tinybones Joins Up, and they don't work with Vraska Joins Up. So that was a little bit of a struggle here. In the end, I went mostly in the legendary creatures direction because it felt like that has the most rewards. To be honest, Gitrog, while it performed nicely in some of the games, it's hard to saddle. I wanted to go with Dread Knight, but the Dread Knight is not legendary, so it doesn't fit the deck very well. And I cannot cut bats because bats have extremely important role in this deck. They cut your opponent's removal, and then all your legendaries can flourish, like Kaervek, Geeks, keep drawing you cards. Glissa is a card that absolutely holds hostage the whole battlefield, and you have seen it multiple times. If they cannot remove her, they cannot really attack you unless they have like 5-6 creatures, and that gives you so much more time. Not only this, but she somehow can commit crimes. The fact that you can target any permanent and remove 0 counters from it means that you trigger crimes for 0 mana. So for Kaervek, for example, that is extremely important. This can give you a full mana of, full turn of mana to be used only for the graveyard synergies. One thing I didn't do very well in the video, but I knew about it, but I'm not sure how to balance it out yet. Tinybones can target you, so at the cost of 1 life, you can mill yourself and fill the graveyard for Kaervek to start getting extra value. Sometimes I had empty graveyard, especially versus Kumano or this kind of stuff, because they exile everything. So that might be a viable way to fill your graveyard at low cost, especially if you assume that you will be the aggressor. So then your life total doesn't matter as much. But you need to balance it out. You might kill yourself with this, but very good interaction that isn't very obvious. So what about the cards? Which cards I really liked? Definitely Tinybones Joins Up. It felt a little bit weaker than in the Mire deck I have showcased yesterday, but it still is the main powerhouse and extremely strong card. If you draw this, your deck starts sticking like every single turn, and the damage really stacks with this one. So Tinybones Joins Up, extremely good card. Probably, like, if you want to ever play any crime deck, this is a must-have if you play black. So the next card, Tinybones the Pickpocket. I learned how the card works. I'm still not fully convinced. It's very nice. Death Touch is great. It means that it always does something and cannot be ignored. However, sometimes it's hard to cast something from opponent's graveyard somehow. Sometimes you want a non-permanent. So I like it. I think it's a good card, but I'm still not fully convinced. Mire is extremely strong. Extremely strong, and the fact that you get for a single point of mana full value of this card makes it so much easy to cast. You very often have 1 mana leftovers from the crimes, so you can basically get the full amount like you hard cast a card. That's really good always. Alright, Vraska Joins Up, I was pleasantly surprised. I think it's a strong card, and it's sometimes hard to set it up. You really want already a legendary, which is one of the reasons Tinybones, the Pickpocket, is so nice in this deck, because it is a legendary, so on turn 2 you can already start doing cards. However, I didn't have, I wasn't good enough in Magic to get this curve ever, I think, but this can be extremely devastating play, especially when you follow up with one of the 3-drops. In this kind of deck, our 3-drops are insane. And you can also stack Vraska Joins Up together with Geeks, Geeks, let's not read the full name. And then you draw 2 cards for every creature that hits. That's insane, man. So this is definitely a very nice card. For Vadmir, I'm getting used to this card. Like, every time I have him in the deck, it just feels better for the crime deck. So I'm pleasantly surprised so far. Bristly, while it plays very similarly, for some reason it felt a little bit worse. So I think it's extremely good card, but maybe not for this type of crime deck. Maybe Vadmir is better. Maybe you can find another 2-drop. It's still a good card and it performed, but I think, you get the feeling after playing the games. I like Vadmir more, alright? Kaervek, absolutely insane. This was the card that I usually wanted to hit and needed to hit to win the game. It feels weird because it's a 3/3 for 3 mana that dies to Doomblade, alright? Except it doesn't. But the ability is so powerful and so easy to trigger in the right circumstances that it just takes over the game so quickly if you start going off with this. So extremely strong card. And you can see we cut one of the Glissas for other 3-drops, so you can see that we are serious about it. Gisa, the Hellraiser, didn't show too much in today's games. It's also 5-drop, so a little bit slower, but the card is insane. It's just extremely good card, and weird synergy, I actually wasn't aware of it. This is a zombie. Glissa Sunslayer is a zombie, so Gisa buffs her and gives her menace, which makes her way more menacing. That's the second time this joke happened this video, I think. Oh my god, we are just making this quality content. But it makes a huge difference because you know that hitting face activates all those 3 abilities and they are game deciding. So very nice interaction that you probably never thought about, at least I never did. And what about so extremely good card. This is just a powerhouse. And the Gitrog, Ravenous Right. This card is a very hit or miss. In some of the cases it's too early, you don't have the saddle, but man, this is a very serious powerful card. 6/5 with trample and haste is already great. The fact that it can draw you cards and put land so it can also ramp you, it will definitely find a play, and this is just a very strong card. I'm just not sure if that's the best share because this doesn't have a crime synergy, while Gisa has the crime synergy, right? And we are a crime deck. But definitely I think we can make non-crime Golgari and this will be the perfect fit. and the fact that it can draw so many cards is just devastating. So extremely good card, not sure if this shell is the best for it. And yeah, that's kinda all the cards. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this mini review. You know, I might be wrong on some cards, like I'm trying to get a balanced approach. There are some cards I personally like, but I'm not sure if they're as good as I like them, so you know, I try to be cautious for the sake of your wild cards, but I hope it will help you a little bit. There are so many cards to craft, man. Man, like I felt it in the boosters, alright? I had to buy way more than usually. So if you feel the pain, you can be assured you are not alone. Alright guys, but I hope you enjoyed the video, you know, enjoyed the tips, and thank you for watching. And if you aren't subscribed, really consider, that helps the channel and lets us make more content like this, and I think it's super cool. So far about the impressions on the new set, I'm actually loving it. And especially that we are playing against a lot of meta decks. We have seen Boros, we have seen Mono Red, and it seems that the new decks can outperform them, which is a really good sign, and that makes me super hopeful. If we can see more mid-range decks, I would absolutely welcome it. I think this is something Standard desperately needs. So yeah, good for us. Hopefully we will have a lot of fun in the next days. So yeah guys, thank you and see you tomorrow.
With